Hey there! Welcome to a guide on deploying microservices on Azure Kubernetes Service, a journey I'm pretty excited about sharing. As someone who isn't a beginner on the cloud, but a curious tech enthusiast like myself, you've already grasped the basic concepts of cloud computing and containerization. Now, let's dive deeper, especially into using Microsoft's Azure Kubernetes Service for building and deploying microservices effectively. We are talking here not only for fun but with the earnest intent to transform your application development and management processes. Ready to explore microservices and leap into the cloud with Azure Kubernetes Service? Excellent, let's get started. First things first, let's clarify what we are aiming for by setting up a blog post titled Transforming Traditional Monolith Apps into Microservices with Azure Kubernetes Service in Azure Cloud. Our introduction would explore why this transformation is worthwhile. Here's a peek into how we might kickstart the conversation. As IT professionals evolving alongside burgeoning web technologies, we continuously look for methodologies that boost productivity, scalability, and reliability. Deploying microservices using enth is a modern approach that mirrors the agile and scalable ethos that we are all striving towards. By breaking down our application into discrete, independently scalable services, we lay the groundwork for robustness and flexibility. But how exactly do we make the leap? We deploy them on Azure Kubernetes Service, a managed orchestration service designed to simplify this process. Next, we delve into a detailed account of the technical architecture and how it functions, an overview of the Azure ecosystem, touching on areas like Azure Active Directory for identity management, Azure Cosmos DB for NoSQL databases, and Azure Front Door Service for advanced load balancing and routing, followed by the role enth plays in container orchestration. After establishing our architecture basis, it's time to show our readers how to apply this to a real-world scenario. Here, we guide them through setting up enth and provisioning the necessary resources, a step-by-step guide for setting up enth with Azure CLI, including installing necessary prerequisites, creating clusters, and setting up networking policies. We emphasize the integration with Azure's services to ensure scalability and security throughout the architecture. Now, let's take it a notch higher and discuss the intricacies of deploying microservices on this platform. This involves a comprehensive breakdown of container configurations, insightful discussions on container images, Docker images, and Azure Container Registry Services, container networking inside enth, scaling with horizontal pod autoscaler, managing stateful services with Azure Persistent Disks, and leveraging Azure Service Mesh for service-to-service communications. To ensure our readers can handle the inevitable hiccups, we turn the spotlight onto troubleshooting and monitoring. We guide through the Azure Monitor and Azure Log Analytics services, provide Kubernetes linting and code quality checks, and illustrate how to set up and interpret telemetry and metrics effectively. As we approach the final thoughts, it's crucial we present industry best practices, an encapsulation of best practices, like adherence to the 12-factor app, embracing CI/CD, and employing GitOps for pipeline creation and management, wrapping up the conversation around DevOps as a culture. In wrapping up the post, we reinforce the core benefits and provide direct actions for the reader, a summary of how transitioning to microservices with Azure Kubernetes Service aids in rapid deployment cycles, improved team collaboration, and how these principles directly translate into happier customers and business growth. And now to the all-important visuals, an engaging and compelling set of images, diagrams, and charts to bring the data to life. Before I forget to tell you where to continue the exploration journey, I must mention one last essential subscribing to updates. Here's a little nudge towards future resources. Just for you, visit Neeraj at techlab.io and subscribe to TechLab for more insightful guides and tutorials on cloud technologies, including future deep dives into transforming applications further into serverless architectures or learning advanced troubleshooting techniques. As they navigate the detailed blog post, our readers will walk away with a profound practical guide, bolstered by real-world examples and tailored advice, all within the expansive and user-friendly environment of Azure. It's a resource that not only serves immediate needs but empowers them to scale their own cloud experiences confidently.